Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is Michael Voss, the Dragon of the Southern Tier, and I happen to be out of the Southern Tier at the moment. I'm in London, and as you can see, I have the North Spire behind me. I'm across from Hyde Park over in the city of Westminster, which is part of London. And it was quite interesting yesterday. There was the government holiday, and we also saw that there was the Notting Festival. Now that festival was quite interesting because it started off as a celebration, an announcement of West Indians in London celebrating their culture. And it has grown, as I'm told from the locals, into a very different kind of event. More a expression of drug culture, drinking, a little bit of debauchery, all combined. And you would have seen and heard estimates of thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not a million people that had come down to this yesterday, down through these streets, filling it with trash, with drugs, with alcohol. And it makes you wonder, this is an expression of the idea of, free drug culture. You see that a lot here. England is known for that among many other things, going back to the Beatles in the 60s and such. But it was just amazing to see so many people. I'll show you a video of Queensway, just a few blocks from here, which was, it reminded me of some of the worst cities I've ever lived in, and some of the worst neighborhoods. The amount of trash, the amount of drugs, it was just incredible. And that's one of the problems that we see when you mix so many cultures and don't give freedom for them to breathe, that they need to force themselves into an expression, as well as what happens when you just allow drugs. I mean, there were police everywhere, but the police just couldn't do anything. There was just too many people. In fact, if they were to try and enforce the laws, one, they would have made it more than 5 feet before they had to arrest 100 people. But more importantly, in doing so, that might have incited violence. This was started because of race issues. That's what the Notting Festival is about. It happens once a year, but it's also something that's been built on because of racism. And to arrest people, as they were, many of the people, most of the people, happen to be people of color. And when you're trying to arrest them at an event that's supposed to be, at least theoretically, about race, you're only going to incite a situation. So instead, the police were there just trying to isolate any events that would have been violent. Overall, the experience outside of that has been rather interesting, and I'll have lots of photos up. But England is very different creature, good and bad. But we'll be talking more about that and some of the news and what's going on here in England very soon. But we wanted to thank you for taking some time to be with us here and enjoy a little bit of the experience. And we'll be talking to you all again very soon. Thank you.